Hello everyone, welcome back to Math with Allison. Today we're continuing our series on derivatives. If you haven't already, make sure to check out some of my previous videos. They're linked in the corner. Click that little I and it'll get you there. Otherwise, specifically, we're talking about the derivative of cosecant, secant, and cotangent. So let's go ahead and dive into it. We have a little bit of review. So the derivative of sine was cosine, derivative of cosine was negative sine, and the derivative of tangent was secant squared. So now we're going to go ahead and use all of these to find these next derivatives. So going into it, we're going to first take the derivative of cosecant. In order to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite it as 1 over sine of x. And I'm actually just going to use quotient rule. So I have my denominator is sine of x and my numerator is just 1. I'm going to go ahead and write those in. Okay, let's go ahead and fill in these derivatives. So the derivative of 1 is just going to be 0, and the derivative of sine is cosine of x. So I'm going to use these in order to find the derivative. I'm going to start low and work my way up. So I have 0 times sine of x, and then I'm going to subtract high to low. So I'm going to subtract 1 times cosine of x. And then all of this is going to be over the denominator squared, so we get sine squared of x. I'm going to go ahead and simplify this out a little bit. I'm going to rewrite this a little bit. So I have the negative cosine of x over a sine x, and I'm going to multiply this times 1 over sine of x. This way I can really see what's going on with the trig. And here I have negative cosine divided by sine is negative cotangent of x, and then 1 over sine is cosecant of x. So we have the derivative of cosecant is negative cotangent times cosecant. So it actually has itself in the derivative. We're going to do that exact same process, but now for secant. So I'm again going to rewrite it, and I know this one is 1 over cosine of x. And now I can fill in what my functions are going to be. My numerator is a 1, and my denominator is cosine of x. Okay, so now we need to fill in our derivatives. Again, the derivative of 1 is just 0, and the derivative of cosine is negative sine of x. So now in order to find the derivative, I need to take my process. I'm going to start low and work my way high. And now I'll subtract from high to low. So I get 1. And all of this is divided by cosine squared of x. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify this out a little bit. And just like last time, I want to split this up into 2 fractions. So I'm going to have my sine of x over cosine of x. And I'm going to multiply that by 1 over cosine of x. And again, this way I can really see the trig. So this becomes tangent of x, and the second one becomes secant of x. So just like last time, secant, the derivative of secant actually has itself in its derivative. Okay, so now we got one more. We're going to work with cotangent. And again, in order to get this done, we're going to rewrite it and use quotient rule. So here I have cosine of x divided by sine of x. Alrighty, let's go ahead and fill in these derivatives. So the derivative of cosine is negative sine of x, and then the derivative of sine of x is equal to cosine of x. So let's go ahead and start solving for the actual derivative. I start low and I go high. And now I subtract from high to low. So I get, and all of this is divided by sine squared. I'm going to go ahead and simplify this out a little bit. Now what I can do with the numerator is I can pull out a negative 1. And now I can see the identity I'm working with. So sine squared x plus cosine squared x is actually equal to 1. So here I have a negative 1 in my numerator, and then sine squared x in my denominator. And I can go ahead and rewrite that as negative cosecant squared of x. So here I get the derivative of cotangent is equal to negative cosecant squared x. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill all of these back into our chart. So if you ever forget what these derivatives are equal to, you can always just derive them. As long as you know what the derivative of sine and cosine is, you can pull all of these out using quotient rule. And also, if we get confused on which ones are negative, which one's positive, here's my suggestion. All the ones with a C are going to be negative. So notice all of these have a negative value. That's how I remember it personally. I hope you find that helpful. But that's all I have for us today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and comment other problems or topics you'd like to see done. Thanks for watching.